Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to Sin Gaming. After a huge hiatus, we're back with more mod reviews, and for the sake of those that are interested in the contents of this video, we'll jump straight into the mods, while the channel update for those that are interested will be at the end of this video. Timestamp of it will be included in the description below. Today's focus, as the title suggests, will be the top voted mods by the Nexus community for the month of August. We will kick things off with a Cat's Life mod. A Cat's Life mod simply aims to bring cats to the lands of Skyrim in the most immersive way possible. Skyrim's province is filled with dogs as domesticated animal, so this mod introduced something for the feline lovers out there. With this mod, towns and villages will have both stray and household cats wandering around for you to interact with. You'll be able to adopt cats by gaining their trust or purchase them by one or two cat stores in Skyrim. A Cat's Life introduces a number of features, including the ability to feed cats food and drink, have cats as followers, purchase beds and collars, and more. Plus, it's cute. The mod can be controlled and tweaked by your liking via mod configuration menu. Additionally, the mod author is working on a system which is currently in an experimental stage where your cats can starve to death or run away if neglected. Not much else to add, pretty interesting and straightforward mod, potentially a hit or miss depending on your personal preference. Next up, we have Rudy ENB preset for the Cathedral weathers. As far as ENB preset showcase is concerned, I do have a showcase of Rudy ENB on my channel already, except that the preset was for Nat weather mod. Recently I have swapped from using Rudy's preset to Silent Horizons ENB, which absolutely blew me away, and it is exactly what I was looking for the longest time. In this showcase there will be a comparison captures between the Rudy ENB for Cathedral weathers and my own personal preset for the Silent Horizons for the mythical weathers. It might be a little unfair, as I will always be biased towards Horizons, which is why I will let the viewer decide what they prefer. Rudy's ENB looks a little bit brighter and also with semi-desaturated colors, which perfectly fits the Skyrim's climate. Water itself is colored differently and seems a bit more bleak compared to the Horizon preset as well. All this adds to the colder feel, which is a perfect for survival/hunter playthrough. Do note that Rudy ENB presets were always amazingly performance friendly, and even though he does mention on his page that this preset is not that performance friendly, I certainly gained few FPS compared to Horizons. The mod author offers an extensive guide in how to set up his preset to look as best as possible, so if you like what you see in the background, you will have a step-by-step instruction for the preparation process and the full installation of the showcase preset. Ultimately, these ENB presets come down to a personal taste, and luckily Rudy himself offers a tons of options for everyone to choose from. Moving on to Blood and Dirt mod. The aim of this mod is to add dynamic accumulation of dirt and blood, which you can clean by swimming, standing in the rain, or taking a bath. The effects of this mod are mostly visual and do not affect gameplay in any way. NPC will also get affected by the mod and get bloodier as the result of battle. The mod itself is designed to be simple and very lightweight. The mod offers complete configurability via MCM menu, so if you don't want a specific feature, you can disable it. You don't agree with the frequency of the stages, you can tweak that as well. There are 4 stages of both Blood and Dirt individually, which advances every 2 days, however potentially sped up by combat. Simply swimming or standing in the rain will wash away most of the dirt and blood, and additionally, if you wish to, player has an option to use a washing ability which triggers the animation and cleans your character completely. The mod author thoroughly explains on the page why the mod is very performance friendly and promises almost no impact to your game's latency or script load. Lastly, the mod author suggests to use this mod with enhanced blood textures, as not only they are compatible but they complement each other very well. Overall, a very simple mod, light, and does to an extent help with immersion as well. Moving on to cleaned Skyrim textures. This particular mod focuses on improving and cleaning the compression artifacts from base textures, removing bad bicubic upscaling and more fixes. These textures are the default textures from the Skyrim's data folder, and the mod author thoroughly explains his process of cleaning these textures, which according to him not only potentially slightly improve the textures themselves, but reduces the amount of VRAM used by 500 MB, which is amazing, especially for low to mid-tier rigs. Since these textures are base textures, they are meant to be used as a foundation for all the textures you plan to install on top of it. The mod author suggests these textures to be installed with your favorite mod manager, while keeping in mind that the only file you should be loading before these textures is USSEP mod. Additionally, installing these textures directly to the data folder is a possibility by overwriting, but even though it can be practiced, the author advises against it. Personally, I have not felt any improvements myself with the limited testing that I did, and it is potentially because I have a strong rig that can easily withstand the highest textures offered by the community. Certainly, the mod gained decent traction last month, so there is no downside of trying it out yourself if you want to save some VRAM or if you're currently on a weaker rig. Finally, we will move on to the last mod of today's showcase, made by one of my favorite gameplay overhaul modders in the community, bringing us a mod called Triumvirate. Besides me butchering the name of it, this mod features new spells which allows for 5 new mage archetypes that you can build around. These archetypes are Druid, Shadow Mage, Warlock, Cleric, and Shaman. Each archetype can obtain 50 new spells totaling 75 new spells across the board. These spells are added to appropriate vendors and available for purchase upon reaching a certain level per school. These spells are very unique looking, consistent, and have a very high quality implementation and visuals. The mod offers no feature bloat. The archetypes that are not in a player's interest can be easily ignored and remain unused. Lastly, the mod author includes staves for many of the spells and promises no save bloat and very lightweight scripts. These archetypes allow and open up opportunities for a huge amount of interesting builds that would probably take me hours to review, let alone showcase. I highly suggest you check out the mod page for full description of all archetypes, as they are quite amazing and very unique. Lastly, I'd like to mention that the mod is fully compatible with all the game-changing mods released by the same mod author, making this one even much more enjoyable. And with that, we'll be wrapping up the video series until the month September. Thank you so much for watching. Please do consider endorsing all of the mods that you enjoyed, and for those that are interested, the video itself will be wrapping up after the upcoming channel update. Alright, so channel update time. This is going to be an unscripted part of a video, so I do apologize for that in advance, but I wanted to basically speak to you guys without having anything in front of me to read off of. It felt more personal, basically. So to get straight to the point, the COVID and epidemic was pretty hard for all of us. As you would assume, I'm no exception to that. There has been a lot of struggles for me specifically to try to keep up with the schedule that I had set up for myself, and that kind of hindered my work and my ability to upload videos on YouTube. Now that's pretty much the main reason why I kind of stopped, because I had no choice, and additionally I was dealing with some health crisis. Nothing major, nothing COVID related, but it was enough for me to be completely unable to keep pushing out content. Now, all of that being said, I did take a look at my channel a couple of times throughout the period of past 3 months, and I couldn't help to notice how well the channel was received, how many positive comments I have gotten, how many subscribers kept coming in even though the videos were not being pushed out. And for me, that was another reason to feel very, very bad for semi-abandoning the channel, which was never my intention. So with all of that being said, I did decide to come back to the channel a lot sooner than I originally planned, by figuring out a middle ground in which I will be able to keep up with my real life duties and producing content for you guys. And that middle ground is uploading 1 to potentially 2 videos per week instead of 3 to 4, which is what I originally promised. So in summary, the channel will receive less frequent updates. However, it will not be in a complete stop or in a complete stasis as it was for the past 3 months. And after seeing such an amazing and such positive feedback for a small-time content creator such as myself, it was really heartwarming and at the same time heart-wrenching that I've just kind of abandoned a channel that was doing so well. So anyway, not to be too sentimental about this, we're going to come back to the YouTube channel. We're going to be uploading videos normally. It's going to be once or twice per week, and it's going to be focused on Skyrim mods. Eventually, I will potentially branch out to Fallout franchise, maybe some other games related to modifications of them. However, I do plan to eventually, maybe potentially branch out to commentary side of things, in which I would maybe reporting on the gaming news, or maybe even have a podcast, which is ultimately my dream ever since I was a lot younger. So we will work towards that, but for now you guys can look forward for more Skyrim videos, and we're going to be continuing all of the series that I have started off at the beginning of the channel, and you can expect that for the future. So without dragging this video too long, I do appreciate you guys' support. For those of you that are interested in this channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate the subscription. We're now at 400 subscribers, which is crazy. Let's see where we can get, I guess. Let's keep up with the content production. Let's see how you guys like it for the future. And then I guess we will go from there. So thank you so much for watching, and I guess I will see you next time.